Hands up. Okay. Crawl out. Crawl out on your hands and knees. I'll fucking tase you. Turn around. Stop right there. Stop.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Put your hands behind your back. You can get tased again.
Tase him.
Put your other hand behind your back.
Is that guy moving?
Okay, man, stop.
Stop moving.
Stop fucking moving.
Put your hand behind your back.
Okay, man, sorry. I want, okay? I want, okay?
Fucker. Come on. So much.
Wait a minute. I do it, man.
Pretty good.
Okay? We can't breathe, man. We can't breathe. We can't breathe, okay?
You guys,
We can't breathe.
are you guys on something?
No, I got a patient.
I just tased him. Okay, I'll call for an ambulance.
We can't breathe, man. Sir.
What's up?
We can't breathe.
Okay.
Okay? You stand up, okay? Okay, I stand up, okay?
Hold on. You'll stand up when I tell you to stand up.
Okay?
So, 6-1 Edward. Get an ambulance. And the sergeant for tasing.
Sir, you me up, man. Sir. Sir, can't breathe, sir. Sir, I can't. Just breathe me up, okay? I'm not understanding. Sir.
Yeah, he's claiming he can't breathe now.
I go, man. Just let me up, sir. I go with you, okay? Sorry, okay? Can't breathe, okay? No more stomach, okay?
Yeah, you're talking so you can breathe, so relax now. It's over. It's done. Okay? Yeah, 6-1 Edward. And we have an ambulance just pulled up.
Just pull me up, man.
No, you punched from him. Yeah.
Pull me up, sir. No, you did, I'm saying. Sorry, just pull me up.
Nah, we got under control.
Just pull me up.
Just,
Let me
Sergeant.
breathe. I'll go in there. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Can I breathe?
Oh, you do?
Can I
And
breathe?
6-1 Edward, this ambulance has a patient, so start with another one.
Just stand me up. Stand me up, okay? I'll step anything. Just stand me up,
This
okay?
ambulance, they have a patient, so we need another ambulance with him.
Can I just breathe, okay?
Anything I need to know about?
No, that's all, man. Just please, sir.
Okay.
You won, man.
Why'd you do that, man? All I asked you to do is come out.
Bad shit, man.
Was it a bad decision on your part?
Please give me up, sir.
I will in a sec. Give me a second.
Okay, I can't breathe. Give me one side so I can breathe.
There you go.
Thanks, man. God damn.
All I asked you is come out with your hands up.
That taste is fuck. I just, I'm saying, I've been coughing in my seat. I'm saying, I need to go to jail. Listen.
All right. All right. You good now?
Yeah.
It's over.
Okay?
You good now?
Damn, man.
Yeah? So what was the fight? Why were you punching that guy?
Thanks, man.
Tell me. Tell me
Yeah,
the
man.
story.
I'm in coherence now. Get me on my feet, man. Come on.
Sit up.
I'm hands on. Come on.
All right. Stay seated.
Tell me that. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Boy, that fucking taser. That motherfucker. Listen, man, I'm from Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati when they ride it. You know what I'm saying? I can go to jail.
Yeah.
I'm
All right, just stay seated, bro. We check you out, okay?
Just let me do, okay?
Hey.
I can listen, sir. Yeah. Let me tell you, you know what I'm saying? I deserve to go to jail. Okay. Listen, man, just let me breathe. Okay. Man, I've been out of control. Look at my fucking records from corner. From all your bones. Okay. I don't even know. No. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. It's going to be okay. Just take some deep breaths, all right, man? The paramedics are here to help you. The police are here to help you. Damn, man.
So, Gregory Hurd? So what's up, man? What's going on today with you, man?
You don't want to know, man. Stand me up, man.
No, stay seated. Huh? Just one. Yeah.
Fucking kill me, dude. I don't care about that bullshit, man.
What's that?
My parents are dead. I can't live.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm up with my nose.
What's going on today? You off your meds?
Okay. I don't know what the fuck about hair face, something.
Yeah.
I can say all this shit. I've been in prison twice.
Okay.
Just give me a little seat, man.
All right.
Look. Y'all was a little rough, man. Goddamn, man.
You good now?
Crazy, man. I couldn't breathe, man.
You good now? Okay, when you come at me like that, I told you to stop with your hands up. You kept coming. No?
No, I did, man.
Hey, it's all on footage right here.
That lady, you guys we just handed off to her. Yeah.
I think we're screwed, but I don't want to cancel you without talking to the other crew.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Listen to me. Put
Catch your breath.
this on fucking tape. Put it on tape right now.
You're getting yourself all worked up.
Listen. I want, tape it. Okay, you tape me.
Yeah, I've taped you.
Listen, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, you gotta start me the same. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Every officer has to be tased.
It's over. I know.
Don't matter what you. I've been in prison twice.
Okay, that doesn't matter right now.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Huh?
Talk to paramedics. Talk to fire guys.
Buddy, slow your breathing down. Okay?
I told fucking cops, psychiatrists. Now listen.
All right, yourself.
Now listen.
I'll listen when you calm down. Okay? All right, let's breathe. And breathe, all right? And then we can stop. No more yelling. I'm right here.
Everybody smiles. Listen, man. I'm very confident.
Come on.
I'm from Cincinnati.
I'm not going to be able to take Tim in for 90.
Big ass to do, man. I'm not a fucking terrorist. I'm not fucking deal. I'm not fucking
No, you're
Yeah.
good, man.
Scene secured. Gonna go off.
I'm fucking sleep. I'm holding fucking something.
Yeah, I think it's from the
Tased the
fall.
fuck out of me, man. Okay, so what?
Got a scruff over here.
Everybody gotta be tased, man. I be a circus.
We pulled up. He was punching that guy in the bushes, wailing on him. So Enrique's go on that side. It was a call. Somebody was witnessing.
I came out the fucking yard. He tased me, dude.
So Enrique's gonna tell the guy, I can't see his hands, so I pulled my weapon out. I was gonna see your hand, come on out. Like, I'm not coming out, shoot me.
I swear, man.
So I transitioned to my taser.
Okay.
Like, come on out. He's like,
What you want
are you ready for me? I'm like, come on out. Let me see your hands. He's coming out. I'm like, stop right there. He's like, no, stop pushing. So I just tased him.
Listen, these people are worried about.
It's all on camera.
Listen,
I haven't heard anything.
Listen to me. Listen very carefully. Listen. Listen. Stop, man. Please. Look, I'm in this stress.
Okay.
Y'all got me. Okay? You got
He's
me.
like, I need to go to jail. I'm off my meds. It's a good thing you got me. I'm crazy. I need. So.
I told the cops. Bro. Listen. Yeah.
He was assaulting this guy that we pulled up. He was punching this guy.
No reason.
And then he charged at me. He got tased. So check both of them out, I guess, and we'll go from there.
I got another one coming for
Oh, gotcha. All right. Should be.
You send me to fucking jail, prison? Go ahead, say your thing, man. What you tasing, dude? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got to 5 minutes of fame, right?
What's up, Gregory?
Okay, you got 5 minutes of fame, man. That's fine. And then you fucking use that force me. So I don't know my head's bleeding out, man. I could, listen, let me tell you something, man. Listen, sir. Fucking call. The fucking hospital. Coordinate. No. Coordinate. The facts I gave them. I just got a position I rolled. Coordinate the facts I'm saying. I told them. Hey, what are you doing, man? They're gonna fucking kill me. Man, I'm calling you down.
Huh? Camera? Yeah. Enriquez, camera?
Every officer got me paid.
Camera.
I don't even want to say it.
Go with start the camera.
Were you holding on to him for the date? My name's Mike.
No. But he killed me, and I was a gun, I was choking him to death.
You were going to choke him out?
I've been locked up twice. I've done 7 years in the pandemic. One motherfucker there with a gun on me 2 months. I've been choking the shit out of him.
You on? You on? I'll record now.
You're a principal, right?
That guy right there.
Yeah,
the gentleman you were with? Yes. Okay, you got rude? Yeah. And I just reacted, okay? Okay. So you can arrest me, but it won't matter. I've been in prison twice, okay? Listen, one time choice. Lutheran, Rome, different health, all the, man, fuck, if you think that, you'll never fucking have it. You'll never fucking have it. Oh, everything. I told these fuckers. That's what I'm saying. What happened with you in the office? He fucking, I came out of these tapes. He thought someone was better. What? Do it, man. I know. I gotta take this. No, for real. Listen. How long have you been law enforcement? 25 years. Yeah. In 2001. We don't want to do that. Since college, I know I'm Officer Rose. Officer Rose, they're running for the smallest shit. Misdemeanor fucking DUI. Yes, I've been doing all that.
Okay, you've been taking any drugs or anything?
Yes, all that.
What are you taking?
Cocaine, everything, man. Okay. I'm a fucking monster, dude.
Okay.
He tased me, but when I came out there, I was totally submitted. I felt, when I grabbed my bag, I felt that he was going to shoot me.
You didn't challenge the officer?
No. Why would I? Why would I?
Well, you seem a little hyped up. That's why I'm asking.
No, why would I? I'm very smart, man.
Well, you were in a fight with the other guy, right?
No, I wouldn't. I submitted.
You weren't hitting on the other guy?
He was hitting on me because we were fighting.
Okay, what was the fight?
Money.
Money? Yeah. You already worked out because you went to fight?
No, you can set up.
Between you and me, I'm not going to charge you with that, okay? Did you get a little hostile with mom?
No, not at all.
Be honest.
Not at all. Listen. You gotta listen to me, man. This right here, listen. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. In 2001, listen.
I'm listening, bud.
The officer, Rose, killed Timothy Thomas running from him. If I ran from him, would he have tased me? He wasn't supposed to. He wasn't authorized, but I didn't run from him. I was coming through him. Listen.
I'm telling you. Fast forward to today.
Okay, so as I was coming out, listen. As I was coming out, I posed no imminent threat. Had no. You got Billy Club, Mace, you got all the backup officers, and tasers. So when I came out, at one point, whatever he wanted to misconstrue, that's bad.
He was on his way. He saw the
I'm
fight.
stopping the prison.
Oh, yeah, basically.
With traffic control.
Turn off gas.
Did that other dude punch you in the nose?
Yeah.
The other guy?
Yeah.
Not my officer, but the other guy punched you in the nose?
Well, they got, I don't know, but I got hit, man.
Who hit you?
He hit me before he came.
The other gentleman sitting on the car?
Yeah. I can get past that, man.
It wasn't my officer, right?
Well, they got routed in his knee or something. Something hit me in my knee, man. I'm going to bleed. I don't care about nothing.
Honestly, you bleeding on your knee, bud.
No, he someone on my nose. I don't even know how to look. Someone picture myself. My head feels the brace.
Well, no, it's fine. You just sweat a lot.
So I got a brace or something.
I got to tell you, one of your face
He changed the shit out of me, man. I
You're
know,
lucky.
listen.
You're lucky it's supposed to be worse.
Finish that video.
They want to go like one block away.
When he got changed,
I was debating on just taking it.
Before whatever he gave him was.
being an officer.
Shot down COPWATCH.
I wasn't fighting when I came out. It made me combative when I was
I just don't know what happened.
It took us a second to cuff him up because he's a big boy.
That's what I was worried about.
He said cocaine, alcohol, some other
I'm
drugs.
not going to inside sources.
I got hit by a
Because I have a trouble with mom.
I told you, okay, you're going to go get ice cream.
I told the cops, listen, this could be an open court.
One job right there.
If you see me back there, I'm hurting all over, man.
Okay, from the fight?
Yeah. I'm not innocent party, man.
Okay.
I'm guilty of fucking patronizing people that reciprocate what I do for them. I've been doing this, okay? If you look at my speech,
Remember the fight was over, partner?
yeah, it was something he didn't deliver to him. And he got combative. I said, man, boy, I need my shit.
All right, tell these guys what kind of drugs you took. They know so nothing bad happens to you. What kind of drugs did you take?
Oh, my God.
The medic.
Oh, crack cocaine. That's just small part of it. Oh, man, I'm good.
$200 worth?
So therefore, why let me fight with somebody who has no money? Okay? Look, think about this. Why let me fight with somebody who has no money? Well, listen, should I talk?
Yeah, he was wailing on him when we pulled up. This guy was. and my partner got him on the other side. I came out here, I had my weapon. I'm like, let me see your hands. I need to see a gun, so I threw it away and threw my taser out. I'm like, come on out. He's like, no, come shoot me. I'm not coming out. He's in the bushes. I'm like, come on out. He's like, you ready for me? I'm like, come on out, just let me see your hands. So he charges out. I'm like, stop right there. He doesn't stop. He fucking comes towards me. I just stop him. I didn't feel like
that motherfucker, look, when I started moving, he was doing it. It put me in a position where I could have been arrested before, right? Asphyxiation, never asphyxiation. I know asphyxiation. What? I couldn't hear you, partner. I'm hard of hearing. One day, man.
what's that?
I got to stand for the head.
So he's trying to talk to him before it happens.
There's a subtle way of saying he's a defiant with the newly instituted all going on with all the body killing. He's got no that's subtle to the moment. You know what I'm saying? Just the automatic what he's doing golf like and he used it very well. I did not deserve that. When I came out, told him, you told me you were guilty. Look, can I say something? Yeah, because I was, listen, when I told you I came out and I was guilty, that means I was making guilty. You know what I'm saying?
So he didn't come out combative at all.
How could I win?
Well, he's got a body camera on. I'm going to do that next. I'm going to ask
Can
you
I do it?
No, you can't see
He
it. I'll see
fucking
it.
banged with that fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I got him a couple times. I can't hear you, partner. What is it?
Gregory Heard, man.
Gregory, what's your last name?
Hey, Adrian, run him real quick, would you? Yeah, his wallet right there.
What's your date of birth, Greg?
Come in and rock, and I was about to get up.
Greg, what's your date of birth, partner?
No, fine. I didn't have done that after me.
Okay.
I was thinking of that, but then I got hit.
Here's the whole chronology of it. Stand up and look at your
No, we're going to get you up here in a second, okay, partner?
I got something to tell you, man. Right there. Don't make a mistake. Don't make a mistake. Assume massive,
Have any relevance to what happened next?
yes.
What's the relevance?
The relevance is profile.
Profiling?
I've been profiled all my life.
All right, sir. All right, I'm going to turn you over to the medic now, okay?
Now, one thing. I am a two-time convicted felon. I was 5 years ago. I don't mind going to prison. What number is it? The devil. You know what I'm saying? Devil. Can I say something?
You are.
Devil.
Devil.
Father. You and I. Try to figure out how to best use you.
I will keep that in mind.
And I know it seems like a black horn. This right here, PUNTA.
You have anything else?
It's one of the officers. When I get a written statement from the officer's take. When I came out, man, I had no threat.
Okay. All right, I understood. You told me that before.
Yes, he just tased me. You know what I'm saying? I can't even speak my speech, man.
Okay.
I can't even speak.
All right, these guys are going to take you and help you now, okay?
You tell me where.
To the hospital.
Is he poor? Is he poor?
Mike, I'm the medic. I met you earlier.
Here, I'm going to wipe off your face for you because you weren't there, okay?
Wipe it over to the left or right.
Alright, scene secured.
So here's the deal, man. I understand.
Cop's body cam catches him sadistically tase homeless man while he was surrendering. It used to be considered fighting dirty if you kicked a man while he was down. But those gentlemen's rules don't apply to police officers, apparently, when it comes to resolving conflict with the homeless. They're already down on their luck, many of them, and the very people they trust to keep the peace are often the ones who treat them worst. The latest example of how one can get legally assaulted by the police comes from Denver, Colorado. The incident wouldn't have been provable without the offending officer's body camera. but that's all we're able to thank him for. The incident occurred June 3, 16 when police responded to reports of a fight in progress and arrived on the scene to find homeless resident Greg Hurd, reportedly fighting with another resident, hiding behind a bush near a property wall. Officers Greg DeLeoff and Adrian Enriquez approached Hurd. DeLeoff can be heard saying, "Hands up, crawl out on your hands and knees. I'll F____ing tase you." It wasn't a crawl out on your hands and knees, or I'll F______ing tase you. It appears from DeLeoff's own words he already had every intention of deploying his less than lethal device on Hurd. Whether or not Hurd was guilty of a domestic disturbance is irrelevant. For a white man to demand that a black man crawl on his hands and knees while at his feet, is humiliating enough. But, when Hurd appeared to attempt to reason with the officers, he was immediately tossed without any further talk. Hurd's lawyer John Holland is seeking damages to the tune of $750,000 and preemptively release the body camera footage to the public to be able to draw their own conclusions. Holland is releasing the video because, as he says, it's a matter of public concern. It should be out there, so people can understand that they should be very, very careful when confronting police officers armed with tasers. Because they will be tossed, and many people have died from tossing. It can be deadly. Adding what some could say is insult to injury, Officer DeLeoff asked Hurd, "Why'd you do that, man? All I asked you to do was come out." "Okay, officer." From what we could see and hear, the audio wasn't running in the seconds leading up to the actual tossing. He was complying with your commands to come out and put his hands up. And his no wasn't an, "I'm going to fight you," as much as it was a "hear me out, officer, and let me explain what's going on," at least from one journalist's perspective. But you lied to Mr. Hurd when you told him all you wanted was for him to exit from behind the bush. On the contrary, you told him to come crawling out on his hands and knees and that you'd tase him. And that's precisely what you did. You tossed a man who was trying to reason with you. Once again, the 100% compliance policy is going to cost the city and the police department hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars because you wouldn't hear the man out. Nice work. You'll probably get a commendation. This is precisely the types of incidents that the Free Thought Project has faithfully covered, seemingly harmless encounters with police which often end with either someone having electrified fishing hooks being shot into their torso, or worse. All too often, police officers revert to their weapons instead of their wisdom by asking themselves, "How best can I handle this situation?" Officer DeLeoff discussed the incident with Hurd again, asking the homeless man, who was already in tears saying his parents were dead, he's poor, and that he's already been to prison twice. DeLeoff said, "When you come at me like that, I told you to stop with your hands up. You kept coming," he said, defending his actions. "Well, part of what you said, Officer DeLeoff, was correct. You did tell him to come out with his hands up, and as he was still walking out from under the bushes, you tossed him, without really giving him a chance to speak with you about what was going on. Of course, that conclusion is a bit subjective. Others may see a man who was already angry, is combative, and not following police officers' commands." For his part, Hurd said he deserved to go to jail, supposedly because of his actions in the fight, but he protested being tossed. Read more: SWAT teams deployed to destroy homes built by charity group for the homeless. When paramedics and / firemen arrived on the scene, he told them Hurd charged at him. We're not sure which body camera footage would show Hurd charging the officer. From the one we saw taken from his own body cam, it doesn't appear at all that Hurd was charging anyone. It's also unclear what he would have done to the officer had he gotten much closer. Only Hurd knows what he was going to do after getting the officer's attention. Maybe he would have attacked him. We don't necessarily think so. But one thing's for certain. He didn't charge Officer DeLeoff. Image, http://pixel.watch/qt7 Hurd admitted to Officer Enriquez that he'd been drinking and using crack cocaine earlier in the day, but said he had submitted to Officer DeLeoff's commands and was being compliant when he was tossed. We, at the Free Thought Project, understand that the taser brought an end to Mr. Hurd being perceived as a threat, allowed the police officers to handcuff the suspect, and subdued him. However, we just simply believe there's a better way to deal with the public than demanding 100% instantaneous compliance with officer commands with every encounter, or else they can be _____ing tossed. Holland, Hurd's lawyer, opined about the police officer's use of deadly force and discussed his client's case. We made a demand to the city and said, "What are you doing with this?" The net effect is, you didn't give him a chance to surrender. He was in mid-step. You didn't let him finish the step when you gave him the warning, and then you tossed him. You can see his eyes looking right in the camera, and he looks friendly. His hands are down. He's obviously unarmed and he looks like he's giving up. He was under the bushes, and he has to get out, but he's doing what he's supposed to do. Then he gets tossed, which is mean-spirited and unjustified, and the officer starts saying, "Stop resisting," which he's not doing at all. At that point, his head is down on the ground and he's semi-paralyzed. His arms are trapped underneath his body. They had to pull them out in order to handcuff him. His face is in the dirt, he isn't jumping or flailing, his feet aren't moving. He's hurting and says he's having trouble breathing, and the officer tells him that he can't be short of breath because he's talking. But just because you're short of breath doesn't mean you can't talk. The attorney also spoke to the need for law enforcement to build trust. We've talked to the city, and they're not interested in resolving it without a lawsuit. So we're in the process of bringing a suit, and we think this society needs to continue to think very hard about the police's use of force. If we're ever to rebuild the relationship that people on both sides claim they want, it's going to require police to be much more respectful of citizens' rights and not always pretend that abuses of power like this are just or justifiable. Just because you get stopped by a policeman doesn't mean you get to be injured, and I'm afraid the law is heading in that direction toward allowing injuries at will. People beware, he said. Read more. Cop on cop brutality costs California taxpayers $2 million. What do you believe? Did Hurd charge Officer DeLeoff? Was he a threat? Did the officer do the right thing, or was there something more he could have done? Is 100% compliance with police officers' commands even attainable? Please share your thoughts below. Read more at http://thefreethought project.com/denver-officer-tase-homeless-man-surrendering/number sign MC76Z56MZZ87Y7LG.99